is expected to release a new campus closure and boundary plan this Friday. In the meantime, Superintendent Matias Segura is meeting with all 13 school campuses that would either close or be consolidated.
Today, the superintendent met with parents at Maplewood Elementary, which is listed as one of the schools at risk of closing. KXAN's Barrett Tryon listened into that meeting this morning and is joining us now live outside of the school. And Barrett, what did you hear from the parents and the district there today?
Well, Avery and Will, good morning. Yeah, this is a little bit of an unusual case because this is the only A-rated school that is on that consolidation list. And that point alone had really a lot of parents upset as they met earlier this morning here at the school's cafeteria at Maplewood Elementary. It was a packed one this morning where parents spent about an hour and a half grilling the superintendent on why their school was being considered. Parents here also started a grassroots movement called Save Maplewood after they found out that their school was considered being consolidated. And now, during today's meeting, you could feel that frustration in the room. Parents said that they feel like this decision is being rushed. They also say the district does not have a clear plan for what's next for them or who they would potentially merge with, and that's Campbell Elementary.
Very clearly not a draft at the base part of what your staff's recommendation is going to be. That Maplewood will be merged with Campbell.
Why do we have to rush this into 1 month? To save how much? We were told here in this room with your director of operations that we would receive a breakdown of how much money closing this campus would receive. We've been told by yourself, the trustees put it in their notes, and not only was that information not given to them, they weren't even responded to. Trustee Hunter was not responded to in her request asking for what was promised to us.
Well, Campbell's PTA president was also at today's meeting. She said the district has not spoken with that campus at all on the potential influx of students. The district acknowledged that and said it was working to make that a priority. Now, one of the things parents are doing tonight is holding a concert and rally to help save the school. It's happening at Cherrywood Coffee House from 5 to 8, right down the street from the school. It's a free event, but they're asking for a small donation to help out with the musicians. And back out here live, you can see out in front of the school, there's all these white flags, and on them are notes from students on why they love going to Maplewood Elementary. So this fight obviously is far from over, but parents are certainly hoping that the district will reconsider, especially with this new information on what could potentially happen on Friday. Guys?
Barrett, thank you so much for being out there. We heard from a few parents there, but we know this meeting actually went a little longer than our crew expected. How many parents roughly were there speaking, and was there anything else that jumped out to you about what they had to say?
You know, there's a lot of passion. Obviously, when you're talking about a school that is, the school was built in the 50s. The neighborhood was built around the school. There are a lot of people that moved here because of its rating and because of its reputation here. And they're worried that moving this school to Campbell it could be potentially problematic because this school is about 2.5 times larger than what Campbell School is. And so they're worried that they're just moving the Maplewood campus to the Campbell Elementary School and that it will swallow up the pride and kind of the historic value of Campbell Elementary. So there's a lot of frustration with that. There's a lot of frustration. They just feel that the district is not responding fast enough and has not been transparent enough about the process, and that they really kind of felt like after the meeting, I was just talking to a group of parents behind me, that said they already feel like this is a done deal. This is not a two-way conversation, that this is something the district is going to do. So I'll tell you, there were plenty of parents who had comments as the meeting unfolded today. But again, as of right now, November 20th will be really ultimately when we find out whether or not AISD will close this school. Guys?
And Barrett, you mentioned there that that decision from the school board will come close to the end of November, but what happens between now and then? What other meetings are going to be happening? Because we mentioned that the superintendent is trying to meet with parents and families at different schools.
Yeah, so I asked one of the gentlemen you heard from there, Adam Sparks, who is a parent of a first grader here, like, how do you mobilize now? What are you doing to kind of make sure that parents stay engaged, and he's like, you know, we kind of feel like the air was taken out of the room a little bit. It's a little deflating to kind of hear that it seems as though the district has already made up their mind, at least according to the parents at this meeting. So they're trying to remain in high spirits, and they're trying to work now with Campbell and kind of bridge that gap that they say the district is not doing right now. And Campbell's PTA president has been very responsive in working with the PTA president here and other parents to try to make the best of a situation that really neither school said that they wanted to be in. So it's a little bit of watch, wait, and see, quite honestly, for parents and also, you know, students and staff here, because not all of those staff members are necessarily going to go to the new school. And that was another point of contention with parents. They said, you know, closing the school is one thing, but there's people that have worked here for years and years who may no longer be at this school and move to the new school. They may be somewhere else in the district. And that's also a big concern for parents.
So many different impacts, Barrett. Thanks for following it. We can see it in those white flags behind you. Hearing from the students is pretty staggering too. So thanks for being out there. We know you will continue to follow this as parents continue to have concerns. Thanks so much for being out there.